Good morning, everyone. Just a quick introduction. This is from Zam. My name is Paul McEvoy. I work for Baker Security Networks. And I guess I've been knocking around the IT industry since 1987, when I used to manufacture modems up here on Leeson Street. And for my sins, I'm still in it. I can't get out of it. I did take 1 year off in 2005 to build a house. Before that, I spent about 3 months on AutoCAD, learning AutoCAD with a mate of mine, designing the house. And I started my build in Patrick's Day 2005. I moved in January 2006. So after that, I was ignorant when it came to building and construction. I didn't know anything about building regs. I didn't know what an RSJ was, So by the end of the year, I was pretty much up on building. So I was thinking about this morning's presentation, and everyone's talking about cloud computing. And so there's what better way to describe cloud computing but to build a cloud office for you. So I'm going to build a cloud office this morning for you, albeit using PowerPoint. But I have the gear with me, because it's most important, which I learned from my days on site. I have the hard hat, because you'll see why this is applicable. I'm going to put on the high vis. Thanks very much. Okay, so we'll move on. Safety first. So, when people look at cloud computing and say, okay, listen, we want to move into the cloud, Paul, the first thing people ask is about security and about safety. So I have one slide on I talk about safety and security. I looked in at tools for the trade, because I had nothing in my toolbox when I started my house, but it's all lying now in the shed, and I hopefully I won't be using it again. We look at the build itself, and then we'll finish off myself and Fintan, and then we'll get up and we'll do a Q&A at the end. Okay, so before you went to the site, I'd done my safe pass, I had my signs up. So, the first protocol is high availability. And before you move into cloud computing, the most important thing is that you know that the provider you go with, the person you trust, that your data is always going to be available to you. You've seen Fintan's presentation this morning. We're here in Radisson. Everything he done was online. He just connected to the internet, and he was up, he was doing his video chats, he was live working on documents, and all that data is there. And Google, I can ask a question now, and hopefully you won't get it right. There's only 2 companies in the world today that are actually cloud providers. One of them is Google. If anyone can give me the second one, I'll set them up with a pilot today for free for 30 days. So who's the second company in the world that do cloud computing?
Amazon.
That's the correct answer, Amazon. You're up for a 30-day pilot. So they're the only 2 companies today that actually do proper cloud computing, have a proper grid built from the ground up. Google started cloud computing. They built their infrastructure 13 years ago. And Amazon built it. When Amazon started to go online and sell books, they built their infrastructure. And it's all built from the ground up, built from foundation level up in terms of cloud computing. So high availability is key. So that's what Google are the only one there in terms of high availability. Protection and security. So people say, okay,